Hello, everybody. Now it's after Christmas, so I'm getting a few minutes here to do the second video of the series of Bass in Salsa, okay, by Eliseo. My name is Eliseo. And, well, I'm going to show you this book, which is, again, the book by Carlos del Puerto and Silvio Vergara. It's a great book for bass, especially if you want to know the Cuban style. You know, this is not a salsa book, but it is, where salsa came from. So, like I said before, salsa is based on Cuban music. It's just a different style. It's fused with jazz and all other styles that came about in New York, like I said before. Right? If you saw the other video, you know. But this book is nice. It's great. I really recommend it because it takes you from the danzón tradicional, son montuno, bolero, all this. They give you the name of the style, and then they give you examples, and you can even have charts. Maybe we can read one of these, a little part of it. El verdadero bajo cubano, the true Cuban bass, by Carlos del Puerto and Silvio Vergara. Carlos del Puerto is one of the basses that we have to listen to because he played with Iraquere and Cubanismo and some other very progressive bands, which they were ahead of their time. Carlitos Puerto is also a great bass player that you should hear, the son of Carlos. And a lot of other players, like, if I start, Cachao, I'm going to mention a whole bunch of names that you can probably find them on the internet, Bobby Valentin, Sal Cuevas, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to jump straight to the patterns. I'm going to do it different. This book, they give you the style and then they give you the pattern. I'm going to give you the pattern first, and then I'm going to give you a few styles that you can use the pattern, because in reality, the patterns repeat. So salsa became an international style in New York, because back in the 1950s, if you wanted to be a jazz musician or a salsa musician, you usually go to New York. Then, changed. Now you probably have salsa there's a lot of salsa in Los Angeles. I spent like 35 years in Los Angeles and I played a lot of salsa. And maybe in Texas and Nashville. Now salsa is all over, Japan, Europe. So I'm going to give you the simple pattern first, the most simple. I'm going to start with a very, very simple pattern, which is half note and 2 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that pattern sounds very basic, but you are going to be using that a lot. If you play boleros, they have that. You can also use it on a mambo, cumbia, vallenato, cha-cha-cha, guapacha, son montuno, and other styles. So I'm going to give you first the example of the bolero. Actually, bolero is a slow dance music, so bachata also now it's gonna have that. You can use that pattern. With the mambo, it's gonna be fast, like mambo number 5. Like a so you're gonna do boom, something like that. Cumbia also is gonna have that a little bit slower. Cumbia is, You could be with the triad, or with the fifth and the octave. Or it could be, this would be variations, you know. It could be with the octave here. You use the fifth and third. That'll be a little more modern, you know, when you do that. When you do the variations, you don't have to repeat the variations. That's why it's called variations. You use it once and then you use another one. All right, so vallenato. Vallenato, you're going to start with that too. If it's vallenato traditional, you're gonna stay there. But if it's more modern, like Carlos Vives and all of this Shakira and all that, it's vallenato with pop music mixed with rock and jazz and everything. So. You can do a lot of stuff with that if it's modern. Keep in mind the style of the band, because if you start doing that in a band that is very traditional, they're not gonna like it. There are 3 rhythms that are very similar: cha-cha-cha, guapacha, son montuno. They are similar tempo. It's about there. And it'd be like oye, ¿cómo va? I'm gonna use the pattern. Okay, let's go to pattern number 2. A little more interesting. Would be like pum pirum, ping pum pirum, pipi dum pirum, ping. That's the rhythm, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can use that. If it's a cha-cha, you could use it too. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's son montuno. Son montuno is salsa. You can use them. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Variation. So the way you do variations is you add notes, you take out some notes, you know. It could be your own interpretation of the pattern, but the main thing is that you go back to the pattern. You know, the pattern is your base, your home. So you stay on that, and then you do variations, come back to it. So try to always remember the pattern, stick to the pattern, and then do the variations. Okay, number 3. This would be like the 3 notes. It's number 3, 3 notes in one bar, in each bar. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that it's used in cha-cha-cha also. Slower 1, 2, 3. It's also used in rumba, flamenca. You know, when you do like bamboleo, bamboleo. You could use it on rumba flamenca. You could also use it in salsa, of course. Variation. And also you can use it on bolero. This one would be okay for bolero. See, all these patterns you can use in different styles. That's what I am. There's a lot more styles than patterns. So that's why I'm giving you the pattern first, and then the style, so you can use it, here and there. You can combine them too. The other pattern, number 4, would be the regular syncopated pattern, which is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Variation. So you can use it on salsa, cha-cha, rumba, bolero, son montuno, all of those styles. You can use that pattern number 4, which is the syncopated, just the regular salsa pattern. Okay, here's one that is a little more funky. It's used in salsa, but it's also used in timba. Modern salsa and timba, it's more like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Variation. That's more modern. Salsa and timba, you can use it. Let's go to that was number 5. Let's go to number 6. This one is used in Puerto Rican music, jibaro music, or salsa jibara, because it comes from the guitar. When there's no bass, the guitar plays the bass with the thumb. So that sound, it's like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Variation. Pattern. Go back to the pattern. Number 7. 7 is so this is very for son montuno and salsa and cha-cha-cha. But you can also use it in a bolero. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do number 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. That's the one. You can use it on salsa, you can use it on cha-cha or son montuno, and it's gonna sound good. Number 9. Okay, this is the famous son, like Son de la Luma. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So for that one, if you want variations, you can add stuff at the beginning. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And it could be son, it could be salsa, cha-cha, or son montuno. You could use that pattern. And for the last pattern that I'm gonna give you today, it's one that we use. Is mainly at the end of son or guajira, which is like Guantanamera. Let's say you're playing Guantanamera, guajira, Guantanamera. Guantanamera. So at the end, Guantanamera. The piano is gonna go on downbeat on the 1 and the 3, and the bass is gonna go against the piano. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Gara, ara, dara, dara, dara. Da-da, 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 ga-ga. And that's the end. So it's impossible for me to give you all the variations. You're gonna have to listen to some new bass players like Rubén Rodriguez and all these guys. Just try not to overplay when you play, because on the bass we're supposed to keep the groove. We don't want to be. I mean, you can do stuff. You can do stuff also in timba. Feliciano Arango is one of the greatest. The timba. Don't be confused when they call it bomba. That means. So if you play with a Cuban band and you see bomba, it means that. It doesn't mean bomba from Puerto Rico, which is like a. Okay, so try to keep listening to other bass players, modern, old, and see, how they change the patterns. And next video, we're gonna do a play along. I'm gonna put a chart over here, pieces, and we're gonna play together. Okay. So I'll do a video on slap bass for salsa, but that's gonna be a different video, short video. And I wanted to also give you an advice that my teacher, Potter Smith, told us in a class one day. And he stopped the class and said, guys, not all of us are gonna be rock stars. So you have to invest your money, make sure you save your money, buy a house, fix it, paint it, work a little bit, sell it, etc., etc. This was in California back in 1988, I think, like 88. And I did that. And also my wife told me, we need to buy a house. And that house went up in price, and that's why I'm here today. So just to remind you that not everything is gigs. You have to save money. You have to watch your expenses. Never spend more than what you earn, and all of those little details that will make your life easier. And then because like Potter said, you can choose your gigs. later on. So you don't have to be playing for, $70 or $50 and beer,